Welcome to the class of 1991 graduation. Will you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. They're all sitting down now. Please stand for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Please be seated. Mr. Edwards, members of the Board of Education, faculty, honored guests, parents, and fellow graduates, we're done. We have waited 4 years. We have waited 4 years for graduation day, and it's finally here. We're out of here. But is that what high school is all about? Graduation? Or is there more? What will we remember about high school when we look back upon it? Will it be sitting in classes listening to teachers talk? Or maybe Davis's gray, lumpy walls? Or will it be that last-minute studying for our final? Maybe we'll remember this all, but what is most important to remember is the lessons learned. High school is said to be a place where students are educated in academics. But in fact, it's much more than that. It is a place where students are educated in life. I believe high school should be defined as a bridge where children learn the lessons necessary to cross that great chasm of life into adulthood. 31 years ago, Davis High School was founded as just that, a bridge for students. The freshmen who came to Davis were young and sometimes slightly immature. But when they left Davis, they had a goal within sight, and they knew everything. 4 years ago, the class of 1991 entered high school and took its first steps on the bridge of life. Today, we are about ready to take our last steps into adulthood. Throughout our high school experience, we have learned many lessons. And I'm not talking only about the academic lessons of the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, but the lessons of life, the untold lessons which everyone must learn, the lessons we must learn as human beings. We have learned that every person is an individual and should be judged as such. He or she should not be judged on their sex or their religion, or for that matter, any other reason. They should be judged on the actions they commit as an individual. No matter how you look at it, we are all part of one race, the human race, and we should be judged as such. If we judge a group of people for the actions of an individual, we are just hurting ourselves. Only by working together and accepting one another as individuals will we ever advance today's society. Prejudice towards a group of people brought on by the actions of an individual will keep this goal of a better society from happening. The second lesson we learned is just as important as the first. We learned that everyone contributed something to our school. Sometimes the contribution may have seemed to go unnoticed, but it was still there. The contribution could have been starting a club on campus, or talking with a friend to keep them in school and joining us at graduation. Or the contribution could be as simple as a friendly smile to someone across the hall. When we leave this great school of ours, our contributions will live on in someone else's heart and mind. Just as the contributions we will commit in the world will remain after we pass on. The final unspoken lesson is one that grows out of the idea of high school as a bridge. The trick is to always keep our goal within sight. Always to take one step at a time and never try to rush, for if you do, you'll just end up off balance and never be able to reach your goal. As we work from semester to semester towards graduation, the trip may have seemed endless, but by taking one step at a time, we're here. We're about to make it. We also learn that on the bridge, it is all right to look back and reflect upon how far you've gone. Just as long as you keep moving forward, keep moving towards your goal and never stopping. Because we are the students of Davis High School, we had the opportunity to learn many lessons, spoken and unspoken. We are now journeying into the real world, about to learn more. We've all left a little part of ourselves at our school. Who could be in a place for 4 years without doing such? We will always carry these memories with us. Those winning touchdowns. Those people who stopped in the middle of the hallway between classes, making everyone else late. And the delicious cafeteria food. We will remember this all. And now the class of 1991 is ready to take up the image of our school's mascot, the Spartan. The Spartan charged valiantly into battle, using the knowledge he had gained in his life to emerge victorious. We are just like that Spartan. We will use the lessons learned at Davis High School to challenge the world. We are very lucky because we can offer a whole new perspective to the world. So much has changed in the last 4 years since we entered high school. The end of the Cold War, the unification of Germany, the Soviet Union on a market system, and a war in the Gulf. With this new perspective on life and knowledge never before available to any other senior class, we have the ability to succeed where others have failed. We also have the desire to win in everything we do. 4 years ago, the students who now sit before you entered high school as young, immature children, ready to take on high school. Today, we have successfully crossed one of life's most important bridges, and we are ready to take on the world. We appear before you, our teachers, our relatives, and our friends, as the mature, graduating adults of the class of 1991. Thank you.
Today, we have a record number of 36 students graduating as life members of CSF, the California Scholarship Federation. They have the distinct honor of being the first graduates to receive their diploma and of sitting in the front row on stage during the ceremony. They are distinguishable by their gold cords around their neck. Along with a regular diploma, they will receive a CSF certificate with a gold seal, thus the reference to them hereafter as seal bearers. They also have received life membership CSF pins. Membership in CSF is not automatic, nor is it mandatory. It is based on grades earned each semester in mostly academic subjects. When students are listed as eligible for CSF each semester, they must join to become a member. Life membership is based on being a member 4 out of the last 6 semesters of high school, and one of those 4 semesters must be in the senior year.
I'd like to start off by introducing the platform participants. Behind me to my right is Lori Burney, one of the class advisors and a dance teacher at Davis High School. To my immediate left is Mr. Paul Newman, the president of the Modesto City Schools Board of Trustees. On the far side is Mr. John Hollis, Vice President of the Modesto City Schools Board of Trustees. Mrs. Marilyn Stewart is the college counselor at Davis High School and the CSF co-advisor. The other co-advisor for the class of 1991, Mrs. Nancy Barr, an English teacher at Davis. This 28th annual commencement exercise for Grayson Davis High School for the graduating class of 1991 is intended to celebrate the accomplishments of this class and their graduation from high school. Several people need to be thanked for their efforts. First of all, to the parents, grandparents, and loved ones of the graduates for your nurturing during their lifetime. To the teachers, counselors, and classified staff for their roles in helping these students reach this milestone. Again, to the senior class advisors, Nancy Barr and Lori Burney. To the graduation committee, and in particular, Ken Adair, Brent Bolander, and John Jost. To the various members of the classified office staff for their participation in this program. To Mr. Tom Weber and the graphics class for the printing of the program. To my administrative team for their countless hours of support. To Reverend Joe Wright and Reverend Ken Sevier and the governing board of Calvary Temple for allowing us to use this beautiful facility for the second year in a row. To the governing board and Superintendent Jim Enox of the Modesto City Schools. And finally, to the Davis staff members today who very willingly gave up a Saturday morning so that we could have a better, more dignified graduation ceremony. As we present the class of 1991, I want to talk today about sugar, spice, and reality. In the reality, we will focus on society and its role and how it affects or has affected the lives of these young people. In a moment, I will speak of the sugar and spice part, in which I will tell you of many of the accolades that the class of 1991 has left Davis High School. When national statistics and others tell you about the negative things that young people do, I'm one who will tell you about the positive attributes. This class has had its share of challenges. Today, 447 seniors sit behind me ready to graduate. In today's times, when education is not always a top priority, I would like to share some of the realities that these students have dealt with. Someone in this class has a drug problem. Some have problems with alcohol. Some have had abortions. Someone in this class probably worked a late shift last night. Several in this class are anorexic or bulimic. Someone in this class is a gang member. Someone in this class is a victim of physical or sexual abuse. There's probably someone who has perpetuated one of those acts. Someone in this class has been homeless at some point in time during their high school years. Someone in this class has probably truly been hungry recently. Someone has probably sold drugs recently. Several have probation officers. Someone in this class does not have a father or mother. Several of the students in this class have attended more than 5 different high schools during their high school career. Several in this class have never been able to really talk to their parents or guardians in their entire life. In spite of those startling realities, this is a very fine graduating class that we are presenting here today. They have contributed significantly to the campus life and the atmosphere these past 4 years. In academics, several students have been accepted or awarded scholarships into prestigious colleges and universities. 125 members today of this class are graduating with grade point averages in excess of 3.0. Numerous individual and team awards have been received in band, choir, orchestra, FBLA, FHA Heroes, dance, art, speech, journalism, science Olympiad, academic decathlon, VICA, FFA, drama, boys state, girls state, marketing, and computer programming. In athletics, this class will graduate some of the best athletes in the history of Davis High School. These seniors have led us consistently in the football playoffs. 5 seniors led the varsity volleyball team. The water polo and swim team, under the leadership of these seniors, have had Davis High School in the thick of the CCC race, with the boys and girls swim team both defeating Turlock this season. The girls soccer team has gone undefeated in league play during the 4 years that these seniors have been at Davis. The boys soccer team went undefeated in league play this year and won the CCC championship. The girls basketball team went to the playoffs. The boys baseball and girls softball team both made the playoffs. The tennis team won the CCC as well as the girls track team. We should have known that this would have been a different senior experience for us last October when their float was put on backwards during homecoming. In other extracurricular activities, they have adopted grandparents, celebrated cultural diversity, played chess, helped others solve problems as peer facilitators, celebrated a clean and sober lifestyle, celebrated a clean and safe environment, celebrated beauty in motion through dance, celebrated community services and freedom of the press. Overall, this class has positively left their mark on Davis High. We will miss them and applaud them long after they have physically departed from our campus. Several foreign exchange students have enriched our campus this year. These students are seated in the second row of the stage. I will ask these students to stand and be recognized. Please hold your applause until all the students have been introduced. They are Sebastian Scharnke from Germany, Christian Spring from Germany, George Eisenbrand from Germany, Bob Reinders from Holland, and Ziomar Gomez from Colombia. Thank you. 4 other foreign exchange students representing Germany and Australia will receive regular diplomas. As we present the class of 1991, I would like to quote Margaret Mead, who stated, "I was not born in the world in which I live, and I do not live in the world in which I shall die." Never before in our history has this been more accurate. Students, as you leave Davis today and begin the next phase of your life, we hope that you leave us with the ability, first, to problem solve, to think critically, and work cooperatively to meet the changing needs of the world. Secondly, to be able to adapt and appreciate the culturally diverse world in which you will live. And thirdly, be able to realize that people are more important than things. This class is a special one to us. Today, we will graduate the class of 1991, the largest one ever to graduate from Grayson Davis High School. To the graduates, thanks for enriching our lives. Whatever you do, wherever you go, we will always remember you. For both individually and collectively, you will be the Grace M. Davis High School class of 1991. President Newman, Vice President Hollis, as principal of Grace M. Davis High School, I certify that each member of the graduating class of 1991 has met all the requirements prescribed by the state of California and the Modesto City Schools Board of Education. They are ready for their diplomas.
Will the life members of CSF please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Tanya K. Wilson.
Deborah Marie Woolley.
Christine Leanne McCoy.
Heather Cantwell.
Janice Rochelle Sherman.
Tu Lam.
Tan Do.
Yen Lee.
Utanat Ham.
Wa Sierra.
Rajwinder Baya.
Amy Marie Beck.
Lisa Bates.
Heather Harper.
Chad Long.
Sarah Candace Andrews.
Jennifer Switzer.
Laura Beth Gallmeyer.
Nicole Garcia.
Natalie Gwynn Buer.
Eugene Blesser.
Jan J. Vella.
Raymond Cannon.
Diane Pell.
Cecil Sheth.
Patty Schindler.
Rapinder Mon.
Cassie Sweeney.
Karen Perez.
Kit Ashley.
Tuan Hong.
Chris Jones.
Matthew Davis.
Fu Lam.
Jeremy Veldstra. Julie Stenbaugh.
Edna Paola Contreras.
Son Kwang Vo.
Rochelle Lynn Maynard.
So Van Nguyen.
Jessica Devon Martin.
Ha Nguyen.
Sierra Lenora Sunrise Hagberg.
Ross Ramon Munoz.
Lisa Nicole Madsen.
Ryan Christian Newport.
Sandra Jean Abaticola.
Alex Martin Ortega.
Mylena Marie Mason.
Kirk Navachanti.
Marcy Marie Gendron.
David Smith.
Tammy Sue Quinn.
Mark Peterson.
Amelia J. Chastain.
Peter Jerome Evans.
Fabiola Jan Jasso.
Jerome Edwards.
Lena Espoy.
Ruben Gonzalez.
Marjan Tadjaran.
Ian Keith Ibanez.
Bach Wynn.
Sung Ki,
Sita Sar,
Chang Yang,
Danielle Fabian,
Ravuth Prong,
Heather S. Morgan,
Hua Mua,
Piper Ann McClung,
Chong Von Vo,
Amarina Dawn Dunaway Obar,
James Holcomb,
Beth Eden Trumbo,
Frank Alcaraz,
Heather Doherty,
Jeff White,
Tiffany Doherty,
Jonathan Martin,
Ashley Jean Dalton,
Jonathan Staggs,
Maya Patrice Carter,
David Blue,
Roxanne Lecouve,
Damon Franzia,
Christy Leanne Cox,
Brian Sherrar,
Vanessa Ann Hinson,
Darren Cox,
Jennifer Marie Vasquez,
Daniel Philip Ogden,
Lisa Marie Atkins,
Alan Bierbauer,
Katrina Lynn Buckler,
Daniel David Gerdes,
Stella Lopez,
Sean Canusis,
Jennifer Baez,
Seth Keogh,
Linda Veronica Sanchez,
Marcus Allen Dupree,
Mary Elizabeth Infijan,
Frank Xavier Alanis,
Justine Charmaine Martinez,
Robert Paul Bassinel,
Dina Alves,
Chen Yin,
Gina Annette Hernandez,
Anvit Nguyen,
Lori Ness,
Patrixmi Chow,
Verona Joseph,
Kenneth Everett,
Susan Marie Resso,
Bradley Slater,
Monica Lorraine Bick,
Hung Vu,
Lisa Faddis,
Yun B,
Kimberly Morgan,
Adrian Burkert,
Tari J. Smith,
Ryan Stevenson,
Kelly Shear,
Matthew Bennett,
Julie Crawford,
Daniel Lemus,
Melinda June Johnson,
Daniel Garcia,
Brandy Nielsen,
Daryl Hanna,
Patty Vasquez,
Wes May,
Stephanie Renee Phillips,
Brian Shane Paget,
Sapors Chan,
Brian Stanley,
Samati Min,
Aaron Matthew Bratz,
Yang Mehoa,
Jason David Gales,
Mai Nguyen,
Christopher Michael Yost,
Roslyn Narayan,
Matthew Christopher Nosler,
Amita Panchal,
Jerry Ridenauer,
Sisupan Cherun Suk,
David Clark,
Vannery
Corey Daniel Bohannon,
Rosa Molina,
Marco Jason Flores.
Jessica Perez.
Jeremy Rodriguez.
Susie Ma.
Michael Allen Gulliver.
Kirstine Neuberger.
Tim Lewis.
Sandra Garza Springer.
Marvin Crane.
Monica G. Wright.
Phil Harvey.
Carrie Marissa Bohr.
Carlos Moreno.
Stacy Louise Scove.
Dwayne Verholst.
Libby Kaminsky.
Bob Johnson.
Amy Tovar.
Ronald Waco Walker.
Joanna Alvara.
Mike Corbin.
Chanel Lynn Betancourt.
Darren Hall.
Michelle Lynn Talbot.
Brad Boutel.
Victoria Jordan.
Edmund Monzero.
Christina Johnstone.
Stephen Adams.
April Edwards.
Andy Jenkins.
April Stanton.
William Menini.
Margie Brown.
Mario Oliveras.
Felicia Yvonne Diaz.
Joseph Hartless.
Shoel Chang.
Philip Carey.
Amber Catherine O'Brien.
Seth Stafford Newman.
Marcy Tracy Little.
Jeff Melrose.
Shauna Rael Heald.
Barrett Cohen.
Jennifer Louise Smith.
Christopher Guidi.
Christy Lynn Riddle.
Chris Mazico.
Alicia Wakeman.
Sean Guidi.
Shelby Everett.
Josh Norum.
Jennifer Denke.
Kevin Murphy.
Danielle Marie Fainter.
Matt Conway.
Marianne Carmen Katzalko.
Bradley Duma.
Veronica Hairston.
Tim Taylor.
Heather R. Novoshansky.
Michael Dornaward.
Carrie Stout.
Brian Hartung.
Paula M. Davis.
Kevin Golding.
Brandy S. Goodman.
Joel Bittner.
Lorraine E. Noble.
Andre Bedoya.
Bonnie J. Norton.
Justin Ownby.
Stacy Lynn Jarman.
Darren Daly.
Dawn Lynn Benson.
Jake Mortensen.
Caroline Skoll.
Craig Stanley.
Jennifer Lynn Kales.
Dan Beauchene.
Sonia Westcott.
Matthew Magaro.
Amanda J. Salis.
Brent Cartmouth.
Lena L. Wheeler.
David Felix.
Kinchan Cherun Suk.
Matthew Roland King.
Rosara Gonzalez.
Jeremy Evans Bernston.
Shaughnessy Mora.
Robert Berry.
Julianne Albers.
Liberty Costello.
Julie Ann Souder.
Jason Choate.
Michelle R. Brandon.
Joe Placencia.
Megan Lee Jones.
Devin Waddell.
Karen Marie Simmons.
Prad Jadaram.
Leah Smith.
Barland Marr.
Priscilla Renee Robertson.
Michael Penfold.
Jillian Lorraine Roussel.
Bill Cadero.
Jennifer Lynn Owen.
Chris Wallace.
Sarah B. Pruner.
Navin Nand.
Carrie Snell.
Amos Standweir.
Jean Beacom.
Matthew Solomon Crudo.
Carrie Ann Walbert.
Micah Disney.
Lakana Reth.
Jacob Joseph.
Gretel Van Walterop.
Jared King Keller.
Laura Johnson.
Brian Gutierrez.
Diane Daub.
Antonio Smith.
Cynthia Shively.
Greg Fraioli.
Shelley Lynn Parker.
Robert Randall.
Dana Denton.
Dave Douglas.
Audra Ann Jussel.
Thomas William Stewart.
Catherine King.
Jamie Leonetti.
Janina Oksana Meyer.
Jivargis Betoshana.
Maren Shoita.
Jeremiah Holdway.
Kristen Rowe.
Timothy Fletcher Johnson.
Comet Athisumun.
Jason Hotchkiss.
Kimberly A. Dodge.
Mark Douglas Lagrone.
Melanie Bracero.
Jim Correa.
Hallie Klein.
Donald Locke.
Heather Rosberg.
Robert Joseph Sasso.
Lori Findell.
David Parker.
Stephanie Puffer.
Douglas Ogan.
Kathleen McCoy.
Jeffrey Murray.
Elizabeth Crabtree.
Zachariah Barney Jordan.
Nancy Abrahamson.
Joseph Christopher Haywood.
Monica Marie Wright.
Ryan Patrick Berthold.
Francine Ray Schlinker.
Christopher Reed Simonoski.
Jamie Marie Holliday.
Marcus Philip Johnson.
Melody McKinney.
Matt Breckwald.
Leanne Clifford.
Ronald Nielsen.
Kimberly Hake.
Blaine Preston Tillotson.
Laurel Weston.
Christopher Taylor.
Becky Harmon.
Matthew Charles Payne.
Jennifer Trompeter.
Monty Ray Cogdell.
Lindsay Combs.
Gabriel Richard Gonzalez.
Cindy Junta.
Keith Edward Grove.
Melinda Schwartz.
Mike Warner.
Emily Elizabeth Loby.
David Yim.
Erica Weaver.
Alexander David Orland.
Erica Bohr.
Nathaniel Douglas Renwick.
Stacy Jorgensen.
Matthew William Cox.
Colleen Ann Wyatt.
Andrew William Wilson.
Cindy Marie Mueller.
Larry Lindsay.
Tisha Lee Venturini.
Brian Epler.
Cindy Elizabeth Hewitt.
Shane Shilperut.
Sabrina Renee Wardle.
Chris Smith.
Gina Ray Shiro.
John Peters.
Shannon Dawn Sturm.
Stephen Riddle.
Julie Ann Gibson.
Jared Powell.
Michelle Lynn Simmons.
David Hawkins.
Brandy Lynn Hughes.
Scott Stiers.
Jenny Lynn Azevedo.
Rick Sauls.
Tristina Leilani Wagner.
Robert Hodges.
Ann Cooper.
Josh Turner.
Amy Lynn Hunt.
Emmanuel Edward Jacobs.
Michelle Holcomb.
David Baker.
Patty Murphy.
Mark Daniel.
Angel Huber.
Joshua Pate.
Deborah Ann Epperson.
Patrick Dunn.
Corey Burnett.
Justin October.
Kami Michelle Campbell.
Michael John Kirk.
Misty Ann Williams.
Aaron Keller.
Callie Day.
Brian Jonathan Bell.
Bethany Lee Hadjick.
Gavin Kent Halverson.
Rochelle Diane Barker.
Stephen Travis.
Terry Sue Selby.
Justin Fuzel.
Geneva Willis.
James Rhodes.
Christy Ann Jepson.
Zach Egenberger.
Jennifer Lynn Vanderpool.
Lars Holmberg.
Catherine Ann Evans.
Benjamin Small.
Donna Rebecca Woodruff.
Victoria Diane Murdoch.
Marcia Ann Griffith.
Christine Michelle Whitney.
Julie Teal.
Keisha Shenny Livingston.
Erica Kahn.
Sabrina Maxine Douglas.
Jennifer Bertrand. Renee Diane Carper. Ardith Marie Pratt. Missy Saul. Mindy Rossi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the graduating class of 1991! Will you please stand so we can proceed with the Grace M. Davis High School hymn?
Will the audience please be seated for the recessional? You can meet the graduates out on the East Lawn.
Okay.